believe it, but there is magic all around us. There are times it can be hard to find.
Did you bring your garbage to school?
But sometimes the magic finds us.
Look at you, Uncle Casey, so cute.
I'm so red.
How big is he gonna get?
That depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On how much you love him.
I wish we were big and strong, and the world couldn't hurt us. Clifford? Uncle Casey!
Oh no, we're gonna be late for school.
About the dog? Clifford, be a good boy and drop it. Ew. Bless you.
Bring a friend, join the crowd.
Shouldn't we try to hide him or something?
It's New York. No one will even notice.
Pizza. Just a big. Whew. Why don't we get you on the scale here, bud? I'm just gonna write heavy.
What if you found someone who made you feel like you could do anything? Clifford, no fetch! Oh no.
No, that doggy!
This dog is killing me.
Oh look, they're playing! Well, you don't see that every day.
Maybe it's time to feed him.
You may not believe it, but there is magic all around us. There are times it can be hard to find.
Did you bring your garbage to school?
But sometimes the magic finds us.
Look at you, Uncle Casey, so cute.
I'm so red.
How big is he gonna get?
That depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On how much you love him.
I wish we were big and strong, and the world couldn't hurt us. Clifford? Uncle Casey!
Oh no, we're gonna be late for school.
About the dog? Clifford, be a good boy and drop it. Ew. Bless you.
Bring a friend, join the crowd.
Shouldn't we try to hide him or something?
It's New York. No one will even notice.
Pizza. Just a big. Whew. Why don't we get you on the scale here, bud? I'm just gonna write heavy.
What if you found someone who made you feel like you could do anything? Clifford, no fetch! Oh no.
No, that doggy!
This dog is killing me.
Oh look, they're playing! Well, you don't see that every day.
Maybe it's time to feed him.
Welcome to Movie Umpers. My name is Bob Sham,
I am Angela.
and the sounds you hear may be dogs.
Yes.
And maybe you forgot that we do a thing called randomly generated movie reviews.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while because we had to do some other things. I think we did it like 2 months ago at this point.
At least.
And the movie that we randomly generated was Clifford the Big Red Dog, the children's movie
Yeah.
that came out in 2021.
Sorry, I just popped my lips.
Well, yeah, why did you do that? Is that supposed to signify something? That we're going to be trudging through this episode?
Yes, that is exactly what that signifies.
Clifford the Big Red Dog, directed by Walt Becker, written by Jay Sherrick, David Rom, Blase Hemingway, Justin Malin, and Ellen Rappaport. I was hoping Blase Hemingway would be related to Ernest Hemingway, I couldn't figure that out.
It's probably Blaze.
Blaze, whatever. I think Blase is better. Like this movie. Starring Darby Camp, Jack Whitehall, Tony Hale, John Cleese. Clifford is based on characters created by James Bridwell. Mm-hmm. So the Bridwell guy, he's a magic pet guy. He's named after the author of the Clifford books.
That's fun.
I did do some background reading, some research. I read some early Clifford novels. I read Clifford the Big Red Dog to see how it would play out, and I read Clifford, the Story of Clifford. And Clifford and Story of Clifford lives on Birdwell Island. Like, that's where they're located. But here, they live in good old New York City, where Emily Elizabeth, or whatever the hell her name is.
It is Emily Elizabeth.
She goes to a fancy school, and her mom, she's got a single mom scenario and an uncle who's a ne'er-do-well. And they go to a park, and the guy's made of magic. He's
John Cleese.
Okay, this is a kid's movie, so it's like, is there anything wrong with this movie? Is there, like, how do we discuss this? But then you think, and it's like, it's not like there's not good kids movies. It's not like we haven't seen good kids movies. But the thing about a lot of these movies geared towards the younger audience is that they're about as formulaic as Hallmark movies, and how they play it specifically safe in a very specific way. Mm-hmm. And truly, this movie's not good.
No.
But, like, how is it not good? Like, it's boring in that sense.
Yes, and it, like you said, it's just extremely formulaic. And the most exciting part is when they find Bridwell and his tent that's only there for one day with all of these magical animals. And there's some very cute animals in there, and that's where Emily Elizabeth meets Clifford, who is a very tiny puppy. And she says, how big will he get? And he said, that depends on how much you love him. Well, Emily loves him more than anything in the world, so he becomes a giant.
In the original Clifford novel, he just kind of grows. There's nothing to do with it kind of plays up like Clifford's a puppy, and then he grows, and he's huge.
And he just grows and grows and grows.
And they have to deal with him, and the parents and Emily and Elizabeth are there. She's got a full family.
And they live in a house, right?
And it plays like, it says at the very beginning that he becomes a big red dog, but then throughout the novel, it's like, and he has a hard time, say, going to the zoo, and then it'll show giant Clifford scaring lions or something.
Yeah.
So the words don't really actively talk about how big he is the whole time. It's the images. The words make it sound like he can't do these mundane things, and then the images show the reason he can't, because he's a giant fucking dog.
Sure.
You should read the novel.
I have, but it's been a long time.
I practically read you the children's book right now.
Thank you. I've read
And you
it.
enjoyed it. You giggled.
I babysat
like
a lot.
Child.
I have a little brother. I don't remember reading them on my own. I don't remember when the Clifford novels were released. I don't know how old they are.
1963 it started.
Okay. Clifford's a cute dog, and he grows really big, and
He's CGI the whole time.
he is, and it kind of bugged me a little bit because I felt like his head was a little too small for his bod. He grows into it, and they destroy an apartment and half of a city.
No! My bed! Clifford, no! That's my mom's pillow! Clifford, drop it! Come on, be a good boy and drop it! Give it back! Ew!
But the whole town loves him. There's some comedians in this movie.
We got Russell Peters. He's
Like
a
the
comedian.
neighborhood dudes.
Horatio Sands. He was on SNL.
And
Other people.
the big bad is Tony Hale. And Tony Hale is trying to grow giant vegetables a la
He does
that Pee-wee movie.
agricultural engineering kind of
Yes,
stuff.
and so he wants to make like giant potatoes and broccolis, and he sees Clifford. They find Clifford and they're like, oh, whatever made this dog big, we need to like take him and test him and use that to make our food big. They were also trying to grow like giant sheep and stuff, but they ended up with like two-headed ones and mean ones. And anyway, it doesn't make a lot of sense because if you're trying to grow food, I guess they were also trying to grow meat, but it's just very convoluted. And anyway, long story short, they try to say Clifford belongs to them, and then there's a chase.
If you're wondering if Clifford goes to the bathroom in this movie, he does, and his urine splashes on people.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, awesome.
Not awesome.
Oh.
I hope I'm not around for number 2.
So that should scratch any fetish for some folks out there.
Awesome.
There's no poop, though.
And yeah, I'm sorry.
They make
no
a
poop.
comment. The young boy who's in love with Emily Elizabeth, whose dad is rich and tries to sneak Clifford out of the country to like an animal sanctuary.
But the police interfere.
Because of Tony Hale.
What movie were we watching? I think it was Rare Exports, where the light, where the actor guy, you could tell that his makeup was for certain lighting, and when he was outside, it showed. And I swear there was a shot of Tony Hale just like that. Like,
where he had way too much makeup.
he had
on.
maybe some kind of makeup for more of an interior studio lighting, and then he was outside and he just looked all blushed out. I think this movie had that same problem. It was just a one shot, but I think that was the case.
I missed it, regrettably.
The guy who directed this movie, Walt Becker, directed Wild Hogs and Old Dogs.
Well,
So you know it's good,
sure.
right? Kenan Thompson's in it.
Yeah, I mean, he's the vet.
Now, when we were watching this, I mean, the dog is CGI. Now, we seemed very dismissive now, but when you were watching this movie, you were like, oh.
You were too.
I was not.
You did
I
say
wasn't
the dog was
sitting
cute.
there going,
you were like, the
"Aw."
dog is cute. When I was like, the dog's head's too small, you were like, it's cute.
You were going, oh. Oh.
Well, I don't think I was making those exact noises.
Unless you were at an upset stomach or something.
But I love dogs.
Even CGI one.
A lot. I love all dogs.
I'm just looking at the trailer, just playing on a loop. He had the
And-
pug friend, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
See,
and,
that sound you made? That's the sound you made throughout the movie. when we
okay,
were
but it
watching.
wasn't.
You were like,
you were
oh,
doing.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Shut up! Oh my god! You're the worst.
Oh,
Stop
yeah.
it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Oh.
Okay, so long story short, in the course of this movie, the uncle learns responsibility. Emily Elizabeth learns about love.
I know how he feels because I know what it's like to not fit in. Just because you're different, it doesn't mean that it's okay to be teased or bullied. And I'm gonna guess that many of you know how much that hurts. Emily Elizabeth.
Clifford learns I don't know what, and they try to find Birdwell, and he basically says, I can't make him small, but you just need to love him more.
I just hated how woke Hollywood made Clifford gay.
What?
Woke Hollywood made Clifford gay.
How is he gay?
Is it not obvious?
No.
The way he just stood there? Woke Hollywood.
Good Lord. It all comes to a head at this, like, carnival, and Tony Hale tries to say, he's my dog, and Bridwell's already said...
Who fucking cares? This movie
Well,
sucks.
no, this is the only part. Bridwell's like, I can't do the magic to make him small, but Bridwell does the magic to make his Chip say that he belongs to Emily, and then it's over. Mom is okay that they have a giant dog. Their landlord gives their house back.
Landlord played by David Allen Greer.
Oh, yes.
This feels like one of those movies that are going to be... It's not written by AI, but it was written by, like, 5 people. Mm-hmm. Like, how does 5 people write this? That's one aspect of Hollywood and the business that I could have stand to be explained to me. Like, how does 5 people write this story? Right?
Yeah.
Is it like a bunch of rewrites, getting it passed around?
Probably punch-ups. But here, listen, none of them were any good because this movie is not good.
This movie is what... When AI starts writing movies, this is what it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be something like this.
And even though I did think Clifford was cute, the CGI was not good because the movements were not good.
Yeah.
When he was small, it was more obvious.
You just kind of got to get used to it, I guess. I mean, you're definitely expecting the big dog in a 2021 movie to be CGI, I guess. We're flailing here. We're flailing hard. This is the most we're
I think
flailing.
we just rate it now and be done.
Yeah.
You wanna?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
I'm going to give it a 2 because I liked it when he pissed on the tree and it splashed on the uncle. It really itched some fetish I have, some deep fetishes I got.
I kind of liked how the nicest person was that super rich dad of the little boy that had a crush on Emily.
The Chinese dad.
He was the one who was like, oh, yeah, let me just like use all my resources to help you guys on this giant dog.
The neighbors really came together for Clifford.
They did. They really loved him.
He's slipping!
Hold on, man! You just got fetched by a big red dog. Thank you. Whose giant dog is this?
Even though he like
Instantly.
destroyed a couple of their businesses.
They all came together, driving vans. That uncle the comedy was masterful coming from the uncle. I was reading reviews of this movie, and there was one review, I don't know if I'll look for it, but the guy was complaining about how the uncle broke so many laws. And another review that went like,
this is an unrealistic movie because of how many laws are broken.
there was another review that started, I hate to have to give a negative review to a children's movie, and it's
Then
like,
don't.
You don't. Like, we don't even have to do this. This was just
Oh my
an
gosh.
exercise in self-torture. And if we're going to cock torture ourselves, we're going to spread that cock torture around to you, okay? And sitting through Clifford, stabbing myself in the penis while watching it, that is cock torture. But I gave it a 2, which is
Higher
pretty
than
low.
me.
Yeah. So that's a 3.5 for Clifford.
Yeah.
Hope none of my relatives are like, oh, Bob did a kids movie. Let's listen to this one together. They should know better by now.
They should know better.
They should know better by now. Okay, a 3.5 is a D.
Like when we found out that one of your cousins really loves the other sister.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
And I was like, maybe don't listen to that episode.
Yeah, you were like, hey, don't listen to that.
If you really like it, I think I was nicer. I said, if you really like that movie, you probably will not like our review of it.
I wonder how that becomes someone's favorite movie. I should ask her. Like if you're a political prisoner and you're trapped in a prison, right? And you're the cell across from you got special privileges you didn't, and they had one VHS on an old VHS DVD split, and they watched The Other Sister, and that's what made you feel free, is watching The Other Sister from across the aisle in a prison, and someone was watching it in their cell. So it means something to you. It's this. That movie's the visuals of freedom, then that could be your favorite movie. Or you've only seen 5 movies. They have children, so they have to sit through a lot of kids' movies. So The Other Sister can be very adult.
I have more of a feeling that this is probably from an impressionable time, and maybe really like
Hanging
those
on.
actors,
Like how we like.
and it's like nostalgic.
Sure, yeah, that's true. Kelsey, we'll talk to you about this movie.
You just named her.
It's my cousin's favorite movie, The Other Sister. I'm sorry we gave it a F.
I think it got at least a D.
Clifford is better. We actually rated it better than that. And we probably had more fun talking about The Other Sister, but check it out. 3.5. Right alongside Johnny Mnemonic and A Wish for Christmas, one of the Lacey Chabert Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Clifford, the big
There's
red
magic
dog.
in that one too.
Magic.
We're not big on magic in this house.
Or talking dolphins, apparently. But now, look, now we're going to keep with the randomly generated movie reviews, though they are easily our least popular posts.
Yeah.
But I've got an idea.
Okay.
We are going to randomly generate another movie.
Okay.
But our next one due is in February, in which we discuss our theme for that month is going to be women in crisis. Movies about women in having issues, dealing with issues. Mm-hmm. What if we randomly generate a movie, but it's kind of along the same dramatic lines, meaning we randomly generate a specific drama.
Oh, yeah, to go with our theme.
We just select drama on the random generator.
And so it's just not something that you picked.
It doesn't stick. It doesn't necessarily stand too far apart from the monthly theme.
Okay.
As opposed to end up watching, like in this case, when we're talking about Clifford the Big Red Dog.
In the middle of
Paul Robeson and Denzel Washington movies.
When it just feels really disjointed.
Yes.
I agree. I think that's a great idea.
So it's still randomly generated, but with more specificity. It'd be funny if it pulled up Clifford again. We'd have to watch it again if it did. So we're going to reduce the quantity to 1. And then we're going to select genre. And we're going to pick drama, since a lot of the movies for our theme next month will be dramas. And now, are you excited? Usually you're more excited about this.
Well, the last few have been not good, but I'm more excited that we're being more specific.
Well, I'm hitting the generate button.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Generating. And wait, what the fuck is this? This is a foreign movie.
I want to see that movie.
From 2018, a movie called Border.
Yes.
Isn't that about the people that look like cave people?
Yes.
Well, you're the most excited you've ever been. So we're going to watch sometime in February. We'll be discussing the movie Border from 2018.
Yes. She's like a very misunderstood person, and then she finds someone who is like her. Yes, I'm excited.
I think we've seen it before, haven't we?
No, we've just watched the preview, and I tried to get you to watch it multiple times. So
you think
I win.
You think it's going to be? Oh, it's a contest. Okay. Do you think it's going to be better than Clifford?
Yes.
Probably not.
This is actually a movie I want to see.
When we watch it, I'm going to shit all over it. Even if I like it, I'm going to be like, this shit sucks. And then I will win.
It's not a contest.
It was 30 seconds ago.
I just meant like I'm winning in life. Like I get what I want, but it doesn't mean you.
Except when we drew Clifford.
Yeah, that was terrible. Because for a second I thought it was Clifford the child.
You're thinking New Year, New You. You're going to get what you want. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Randomly generating Clifford, that's 2023. Randomly generating movies about cave people.
Stop it.
They're not cave people?
They just, no, I don't know. I don't know the story. I haven't seen the movie.
All right, well, we'll get to it. In the meantime, check the show notes for links and other places to find us. We apologize for this episode. But go ahead and hit like and subscribe anyway.
Yeah.
Kelsey will talk to you soon about your movie choices. We'll come say hi. I gave them some gumbo. I think they enjoyed the gumbo.
It was good gumbo.
And please let's end this episode. Let's end it.
Okay. Thoughts and prayers to our haters.